All right, so get ready because today we're plunging right into the heart of Chapter 3 of Heart of a Samurai. We're about to experience, alongside Manjiro and those fishermen, that moment when, clinging to wreckage after the storm, they come face to face with American sailors.
Yeah, talk about a rescue. Or is it a capture?
Right, that's the question that hangs over the whole encounter, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, you have to understand, it's 1841. Japan's firmly under the grip of Sakoku, right? Over 2 centuries of self-imposed isolation.
So they're completely cut off from the world.
Yes, essentially. Beyond very, very limited trade with the Dutch and the Chinese, Japan had shut everyone else out.
Wow.
So you can only imagine the terror when these strange sailors appear on the horizon. It would have been like creatures from their folk tales come to life.
Like staring into the face of barbarians they'd only heard whispered about.
Exactly.
And Manjiro's descriptions really reflect that fear, don't they? The way he focuses on their shoes, those piercing eyes, their noses. It's like an artist trying to capture something that's both mesmerizing and absolutely terrifying at the same time.
Totally. He's grappling with the totally unknown, trying to make sense of it all through this lens of fear, folklore, you name it.
It really makes you think, how would you react in that situation? Weeks lost at sea, on the brink of despair, then a ship appears, but instead of familiar faces, it's like something out of a myth. And that sense of awe of encountering something truly alien, it really gets amplified when they're brought aboard the John Howland, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, picture this. After weeks adrift in a tiny fishing boat, suddenly you're standing on the deck of this massive Western vessel.
Yeah.
The sheer scale of it.
It would have been mind-blowing.
The technology, it must have seemed like magic.
It wasn't just the size. Everything about it, the sails, the navigation tools, it represented a level of advancement they couldn't have even conceived of.
Right. Their entire worldview just shattered in that instant.
Completely upended. And that's where the real psychological impact hits, I think. This encounter forces them to confront their own limited understanding of the world, of what's possible.
Like stumbling upon a time machine and realizing your own civilization is lagging centuries behind.
Exact.
And we see this internal struggle play out so clearly in how Manjiro and Goemon especially react to being thrust into this new reality.
Yeah.
So you've got Manjiro, sure, he's terrified, understandably.
Of course.
But there's this spark in him, this unquenchable curiosity. He's like a sponge, soaking up every detail, every sound. He even tries to pick up their language.
Amazing.
And then there's Goemon.
Ah, yes. Goemon.
Poor Goemon, he's utterly terrified. Every single thing is a threat. The food they give them, the clothes. He even freaks out about the way they're sitting on benches.
He sees torture in a bench. It just goes to show you how deeply ingrained our cultural perspectives are.
Totally. What seems utterly normal to one person can be completely baffling, even frightening to someone else.
It's a powerful reminder that our cultural lens shapes our perceptions, our reactions, even our fears in ways we might not even realize.
It's fascinating stuff. But even amidst all this fear and uncertainty, there's this incredibly poignant moment. Manjiro catches a whiff of something familiar coming from the ship's galley.
Oh, yes, yes. The smell of rice cooking.
And it's like this wave of homesickness washes over him. Suddenly he's transported back to his family, his village. It's a powerful reminder of everything he's lost, everything he's fighting to return to.
It's such a primal reaction. That said, so ordinary, so everyday, becomes this incredibly potent symbol of home, of comfort, and everything he longs for in that moment.
And as if the situation wasn't already overwhelming for him, right? Manjiro's battling this inner turmoil.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, he's terrified, and rightfully so. But then he remembers his father's advice.
Ah, yes.
Put your heart in order.
Such a pivotal moment in the story. It's a simple phrase.
Right.
But so profound, especially within the context of Japanese culture.
It's like this mantra for resilience, like his father knew Manjiro would face incredible challenges, and this advice, it's like the key to navigating them.
Exactly. It speaks to this deep-seated belief in inner strength, in finding composure, even in the face of chaos.
Okay, so picture this, right? Manjiro, he clings to that advice, finally drifts off to sleep, but then he wakes up, and it's the dead of night, pitch black in the hold of the ship, and suddenly a pair of eyes flash open in the darkness. Blue eyes.
Ooh, talk about a cliffhanger.
Right. Sends chills down your spine. Who do those eyes belong to? What are they thinking? It's such a masterfully crafted scene, leaves you hanging on the edge of your seat.
It really does. And it makes you think, doesn't it? Do those blue eyes represent danger? Or could they be something else? Could it be curiosity even? Maybe mirroring Manjiro's own fascination with these foreign sailors?
It's like this glimmer of possibility of
Yeah.
connection. Just when all hope seems lost, it really makes you appreciate the power of perspective, and how much can hinge on a single encounter, a look. Well, there you have it. Another deep dive into Heart of a Samurai and the incredible journey of Manjiro. From shipwreck to the hold of a strange ship, it's a story about cultural clashes, about resilience, but above all, it's about the courage to face the unknown. And as we leave Manjiro on the brink of whatever comes next, we're left with this lingering question. What awaits him in this new world? What would you hope for if you were in his shoes? Until next time, keep exploring.